Batgirl, A Matter of Family, the first DLC add-on to Batman the Arkham Knight. Now, unlike Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, or Arkham Knight, it is not developed by Rocksteady Games, but it is developed by Batman Arkham Origins developer WB Games Montreal. Now, isn't it funny how every sequel is made by Rocksteady and every origin story is made by WB Games Montreal? Because this is an origin story. But anyways, overall the playthrough should take you around an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes, give or take 5 minutes there, because it is not as big as people would think it would be, but however, it is big enough and it's good enough for $6.99 for people who don't own the season pass. I am a season pass subscriber, $40, and I got it yesterday night, I guess at midnight. However, I played it just now, and to be completely honest with you, it was awesome. It was really, really awesome. I don't know how long before Arkham Asylum this takes place. However, it is quite a unique story. It takes place in the abandoned Seagate amusement park that was built on top of a oil rig, abandoned oil rig, and it was built by the person who owned the oil rig for his sick daughter. Now, without spoiling a lot of things and most of the story of this DLC, just telling you this, if you go around and actually solve the puzzles on the Seagate amusement park and actually put a little bit of effort into it, you can unlock these audio files which are from the person who built the amusement park, the man who built the amusement park, to his daughter. And in one of those, just a minor spoiler, in one of those he mentions Harley Quinn. The Dr. Harley Quinn, not Harley Quinn as we know. I always forget her actual real name. But he mentions it, and he mentions that, she was her doctor, which is kind of a cool nod that they're doing this, in this Seagate amusement park. And there are some other things that you can find, and I won't spoil those. However, what I really want to talk about is how cool the combat is in this DLC. Now, you would think, oh, it's obviously going to be cool. It's a Batman game. Well, here's the thing. She fights very, very differently from Batman. Yes, she was trained by him. However, if you know how to play this game and you know how to, do those cool takedowns, trust me, you will have your jaw drop to the floor. There are some great cinematic moments. Her dual takedown with Robin are sexy as hell. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Arkham Knight, gameplay between Batman, Robin, Batman and Nightwing, and Batman and Catwoman were really cool, but this is just awesome. Now, the things I also really, really liked is how well they utilize their space. It's not a big amusement park. However, it's deep enough. You know what I'm saying? Deep enough, what I mean by that is that it's not just like an amusement park. You can also go down, you can also go below the amusement park and into the oil rig and, go into the floors and everything. And that actually gives it a whole nother layer of coolness, if you know what I mean. There are certain times where you're going to have to fight, the Joker goons in the amusement park and then inside the oil rig, and you can use the environment to your advantage, which is really, really cool. Now, altogether, I would say there's, 4 side missions, 3 main missions, and quite a few collectibles. And again, it could take you anywhere from an hour and 30 minutes to an hour and 45, 2 hours max. For $6.99, which is going to be available for next week for people for $6.99, I think it's worth it. Being a Season Pass subscriber, I really do think I'm getting my money's worth already. And yeah, there was a lot of cool nods to the comic books in this. Obviously, there was a really cool nod to the animated series with the Harley Quinn attire she was wearing. And the final battle between Robin, Batgirl, Harley Quinn, and Joker and his goons is probably the best part of the DLC. Like, that alone and the ending of the DLC is going to put a lot of smile on a lot of faces, you know what I mean? And by the way, when you do die in this game, I actually died a few times, and that's okay. There was a few times I died just to see the post-death video package that, the Joker has and what he says to you, and they're quite funny. So, yeah, overall, I gave this a solid 8.5 out of 10. There were some minuses, but they were very minor, just like in the Arkham Knight, like the navigation system. What I mean by that navigation system, when you're fighting and you can see someone's running at you, and you press the LT button or L2 button if you're on a PS4 to counter it, you would, you grapple someone else and he would hit you. Like, stuff like that kind of gets to me. Flying is a little bit off in this, just a tiny little bit, but not to really ruin your experience, and a few other minor things that I really don't want to talk about because they really are so minor that, they don't really matter, if you know what I mean. But overall, it is worth the money, it is worth the time, and yeah, please like, subscribe, and tell me if you have played the game, tell me what you thought, and if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below, and peace out.